and Mike Zadek.
And on mat number 3, 59-kilogram action in the red corner. She was the 2009
60-kilogram championship match. Mike Zadek in the red singlet. Sean Bunch in the blue singlet. And on the mat right next to him that you can see on the other channel on the webcast,
placing 5th at the 2008 World Championships, Deanna Ricks.
you've got Campbell and Ricks. We'll keep our eyes right now on the start of this 60-kilo match between Mike Zadek in the red singlet, Sean Bunch in the blue singlet. That's Kelsey Campbell and Deanna Ricks on the other mat. Mike Zadek. Directly in front of us in Sean Bunch. Mike Zadek from Solano, Iowa, wrestling out for the Gator Wrestling Club. A Hawkeye. Right here from the Heartland. Remember the 2008 U.S. Olympic team? He was the national champion this year in Las Vegas. Second silver medalist in the 2006 World Championships. As we talked about Patricia Miranda having some unfinished business, perhaps Mike Zadek might feel the same. His opponent, Sean Bunch from Columbus, Ohio, in the Gator Wrestling Club. He went to college at Edinburgh. Zadek tries to go in late. Bunch gets a front headlock on Mike Zadek. We're 0-0. Minute 20 seconds gone in the first period. They're going nowhere. Bunch was second at the 2009 U.S. National Championships here only a month ago. He was a U.S. national champion last year. Nice defense by Zadek, who gets in on the legs right now to Bunch. They head out of bounds. Zadek dumps him on his back and picks up 3 points. And the crowd from the Heartland loves it as Mike Zadek goes up 3-0 with 25 seconds remaining in this, the first period. Zadek waits for his opportunity and then makes the best of it as time runs out. Time runs out, and a little flurry of emotion right there at the end because they thought possibly that Bunch had gone out before time ran out actually, but the officials say no, clock struck 0, so no points were awarded. So no love lost out there on the mat, but nonetheless they shake hands as we get set to start the second period. Mike Zadek, the winner of period number 1, 3-0. Zadek's what I call a capitalist, an opportunist, if you will, out on the mat, the seasoned wrestler from Iowa. You give him a shot, he'll take it. Also very methodical in his approach. That time he gave Bunch the leg. Bunch comes in and grabs the right leg of Mike Zadek. Lifts him off the mat, trips and dumps him to his back for 3. So as Zadek did to Bunch in the first period, Bunch does to Zadek here in the second period, takes him down for 3. Now Zadek behind. Both wrestlers on their feet. Zadek frees himself. And they're in the neutral standing position as we near the 1-minute mark in the second period. Mike Zadek, the winner of the first period, 3-0. Sean Bunch leading the second period, 3-0. 1 minute remaining. Zadek in on the ankles. Gets the 1-point takedown. Quick as a cat, showing the Zadek-like quickness. Picking up a 1-point move against Sean Bunch. The lead is cut 3-1 in favor of Bunch. Zadek trying to get on the gut wrench. Couldn't get it done the first time or the second time. So the official brings him to the standing position. 35 seconds remaining. Sean Bunch out in front of Mike Zadek 3-1. 30 seconds. Both wrestlers tie up upstairs. Zadek trying to go down low. He gets there. Bunch pushes away. Zadek trying to get in on the attack. He'd prefer not to take this to a third period if necessary. 5 seconds remaining. He goes for the trip, can't get there. And Sean Bunch finds a way to avoid the attack of Mike Zadek, and he wins the second period by the score of 3-1. So we are tied up at 1 period apiece, and this is the first match between these two. Mike Zadek of the Gator Wrestling Club and Sean Bunch, also of the Gator Wrestling Club. Everything we thought it would be, with Mike Zadek at home here in Iowa. Third period underway. More action than we saw between these two, perhaps the last time we saw them in the national championships. Oftentimes there's only a 1-point difference. 3-point difference in the first period, 2-point difference in the second period. And a couple of 3-point moves in the entire match won by each wrestler. 30 seconds gone, no score here in the third period. Zadek good at coming in at different levels. Comes down low quick, but Bunch avoids the lockup of the legs. One minute remaining now. Sandy Stevens, the announcer, calls it to the attention of those here in the Mid-America Center. 1 minute to go. We're tied at 1 period apiece. 45 seconds to see who's going to represent the United States. And Zadek gets the push out on Sean Bunch and picks up a point. Bunch stepped out of bounds. Zadek gets the point. He goes up 1-0, 44 seconds remaining. And Bunch gets the leg, gets the takedown in 7 seconds. Lightning fast, Sean Bunch trying to turn Mike Zadek right now. It's 1-1, but Bunch has the last action point. .25 seconds remaining. Two talented, quick wrestlers. Zadek in on the leg of Sean Bunch. Bunch escapes. Zadek goes out of bounds, and Bunch picks up the point. Zadek started that move. Bunch countered. Zadek went out of bounds, and Bunch goes up 2-1. 10 seconds remaining. Bunch trying to get away from Zadek. Zadek trying to attack down low. Bunch pushes him down. 2 ticks of the clock left. Zadek in on the leg. Zadek in on the leg. Time expires. Time expires. It happened right at the buzzer. The point was not awarded. They said it took place after the buzzer. They are going to check this one on the video. They are going to check this one on the video. And that one is challenged by Zadek's coaches. They want to take a look at this. The question very simply is, did it take place before time was up or not? Everybody's taking a look at it here on the big screen. That's not the screen that's used for the determination. So everybody in the facility riveted to the big screen. I'm telling you, you don't decide this on the big screen. You don't do it in the NFL. They go over to the sideline. That referee puts his head under the covers, and they take a look. The bottom line is not whether or not he went out of bounds, but did the time expire? That's the bottom line. And I don't know that you can see the clock as we all of us in the arena have a look at this. They now gather over to the video or to the monitor, and they're going to have a look at this death side. Nothing has been determined. Now, if the decision is upheld, Sean Bunch will win this. If the decision is not upheld, Zadick will win this, because that last action took place right as time expired. Again, Mike Zadick, the winner of the first period, 3-0. Sean Bunch, the winner of the second period, 3-1. Bunch leading 2-1. When Zadick mounted the attack in the final seconds, and Bunch stepped out of bounds, which would have given Zach the point. One official says neutral, the other official says neutral, and the call stands the way it was called. Sean Bunch is the winner. Sean Bunch is the winner over Mike Zadick by the score of 2-1. So a little bit of controversy, but they took the time to look at the video, and the video could not confirm. So you go with the call. As they say in the NFL, it was not conclusive. So you went with the call, and it goes to Sean Bunch. So we move on to women's 67 kilo. 67 kilo. And that is women's. Adeline Gray in the red and Kristen Pacey in the blue.
In the red corner from the New York Athletic Club, he was a 2006 and 2007 world bronze medalist. Say hello to Harry Lester.
As they announce the Greco-Roman contestants.
Representing the U.S. Army, fourth at the U.S. Nationals.
At 74 kilos in Greco-Roman, Harry Lester out against Jesse Hargrave. That's in Greco-Roman on mat number 3. Check the other channel on your live webcast to pick up the action with Jason Bryant as we're set. Sean Bunch, the winner of the first matchup. He won the second and third period 3-1 and 2-1 over Mike Zadick. It came all the way down to the wire in the third period. They spent a long time in the review process, but the victory went to Sean Bunch by the score of 2-1. That gave him 2 periods to none over Zadick. And the winner of their first match, here we are in the second matchup. Zadick in the blue singlet, Sean Bunch in the red singlet. Sean Bunch wins this. He's on the world team representing the United States. Zadick wins this bout. We will go to match number 3. Again, after he wrestled through the process, wrestled through the cycle, I should say. Not a lot of scoring early by either one of these two wrestlers in their first match. But now, in on the leg and moving to out of bounds. First with the takedown and then with the turn goes Sean Bunch over Mike Zadick. That's what I call quickness. Bunch surprising on the attack to Mike Zadick. Goes up 3-0 in this, the first period. Wow. Sean Bunch on the attack over Zadick. Zadick, a member of the 2008 Olympic team. He was also a 2009 U.S. Nationals champion. Bunch, meanwhile, lost to Zadick in Las Vegas, got the silver medal. So Bunch obviously feels like he's got a score to settle here. as we get down to the 10-second mark in the first period. Sean Bunch out in front by the score of 3-0. Time ticks away, and the first period's history with Sean Bunch the winner, 3-0 over Mike Zadek. But interestingly enough, Mike Zadek, back in their first match, won the first period 3-0. Now here in their second match, Sean Bunch wins the first period 3-0. So Zadek, the first man back out on the mat, he's ready to go.
Winning the first period by the same score, 3-0.
His brother Bill in the corner. As is Terry Brands. And here we go. Second period underway. Sean Bunch in the red singlet, Mike Zadek in the blue, both representing the Gator Wrestling Club. Sean Bunch went to high school in Leavenworth, Kansas. Second in the Olympic trials last year. And it's been a Bunch Zadek weight class for a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the fall.
As Harry Lester just pins Jesse Hargrave of the United States Army. As Bunch steps out of bounds, back at 60 kilos. Here on mat 2 in front of us. 1 point goes to Zadek. Mike Zadek up 1-0 right now over Sean Bunch. Harry Lester, winner by a fall, makes the world team representing the United States. He will be interviewed by Joe Miller.
All right, Harry Lester, a year ago, about to the day, you left your shoes on the mat in Las Vegas. I get you're pretty glad.
Joe Miller talking about the retirement of Harry Lester, who came out of it to wrestle well in this competition and make the world team. Zadek throws Bunch. Zadek still leads 1-0. They dance around near the edge of the mat, but they quickly come back to the center. We've got 35 seconds remaining in this, the second period. Zadek out in front, 1-0. Bunch the winner of the first period, 3-0. Bunch trying to get in and get a move off of Mike Zadek. If he's successful in the final 20 seconds here, he'll win the period and win the match. If he's unsuccessful, we'll go to the third, determining third period. In on the leg goes Bunch. Zadek denies him. Bunch in on the leg again. 5 seconds to go. He comes up with it. Can he do anything? He comes out. He can't get there. Zadek quick on the quick turnaround. Picks up 1 point as time expires, but it was a moot point. Zadek wins 2-0. He would have had it anyway had he not picked up that 1 point on the takedown. But he wins it 2-0 to win the second period. We're all tied up at 1 period apiece. We'll go to the third and determining period in this, the second match between Sean Bunch and Mike Zadek. And this is the way it was in the national championships, a very evenly contested competition between these two wrestlers to see who's going to go forward and represent the United States. It was Zadek in the Olympic Games. But will it be Zadek or Bunch in the World Championships? 20 seconds into the third period, 0-0. Zadek tries to go downstairs. Bunch fights him off. This is one that I'd love to see determined by the wrestlers and not by having to draw the ball out of the bag. Prolific scoring, they haven't been. Opportunist, they've both been. We near the 1 minute mark. 0-0 in the third period. 1 minute to determine whether or not we're going to go to a third match between these two wrestlers or Sean Bunch is going to be on the world team. 45 seconds left. They're tied up upstairs. Look for Bunch to go down. A tap and go. Maybe he'll drop down on Zadick. We'll see. With success, there he goes. Down low, Zadick denies him. He was successful on Mike Zadick earlier. Two highly skilled wrestlers right now. We're down to 15 seconds. Zadick tries to go downstairs. Bunch won't let him. They're tied up. No points. 10 seconds remaining. Slipperiness and sweat becomes a factor. 5 seconds to go. And they go out of bounds. Zadick goes out of bounds. Zadick spun out of bounds. The time expires. Sean Bunch picked up the point. The question is very, very simple. Did the time expire or did not the time expire? That is the simple question. We have had our share of last-second opportunities that needed reviews before final determinations could be made. Everyone's getting a look at it on the big screen. You don't see the clock, though. It looks like it's going to hold. And hold it does. Hold it does. Sean Bunch is the winner of the third period by the score of 1-0, and the winner of the second match over Mike Zadick, winning 2 periods to none. Sean Bunch is on the United States team going forth to the World Championships in Denmark. A hard-fought, tough match between Mike Zadick and Sean Bunch. It was Zadick on top at the National Championships, Zadick on top a year ago, but tonight, Sean Bunch proved to be the victor. Joe Miller is talking to Sean Bunch right now.